Hello, my name is impaKt and this is my supporting out a gold video. Before I actually get to it, you should know, in case you still don't, that my Smurf, the one that I was using to play in these elos, was banned permanently. And it's justified, to be honest. I did break the terms of service. There were a few things that left me incredibly frustrated, but the ban wasn't one of them, and this is a topic for a whole new video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. Suffice it to say that even though the account was silver by the time it was banned, the MMR was already around gold too, so I did get a good understanding of how the gold league works. Also, if you're watching this, I'm probably streaming. Well, I will be at the time this video goes live, so come on and visit me at twitch.tv and watch me finally get diamond. I'll be commentating as much as I possibly can, but don't expect me to be any less of an idiot than what I usually am. So, down to what matters to you guys, how to support out of gold, and this is going to start getting a little trickier. Let's start with the laning phase. Zyra and Annie, the supports that I recommended for the last couple of leagues, still work and they're really damn good. However, you may start finding opponents that know exactly how to deal with you. Also, there's more room to trust in your AD carry now, so picking stuff like Leona, Thresh, Blitzcrank, or even Nami could work. But it's going to be down to your own experience. If your experience tells you that your AD carries aren't that great, go for 1v2 potential. If your AD carries are reasonable, time to go for something a little more orthodox. Also, I've found that it's incredibly hard to figure out where people are going to move towards. There were a couple of games when I played Blitzcrank, right? Now, people have this tendency to dodge to the side that provides them with safety. More often than not, people dodge down when they're playing bottom, for instance. Still, in gold, something weird kept happening. People didn't move. They didn't try to dodge skill shots, or they just moved in an almost randomly fashion. So to counter this, I started to throw bitings, hooks, and other skill shots directly at my targets instead of trying to predict their movement. I went from a 10% hit rate to a 90% hit rate, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But you can take this as an advice as well. If you're playing a skill shot champion, try not to overthink things. The videos that I made about predicting movements, well, those don't really seem to work in gold in most cases. You can do that, or you can pick champions that don't have a lot of skill shots and are still strong, like Alistar. Now, even though I'm suggesting picks here, gold is the league where you need to start mastering champions. I told you guys to start playing 3 support champions last patch, 1 for each type of lane, and 1 champion for each role in case you can get support, right? It's time to master those champions. Doing fine or reasonable is not enough. You want to know exactly how far you can go with your pick, and you want to stomp the lane as hard as you can with that knowledge. If you think your champion has a few shortcomings, time to adapt your masteries and runes, and not pay too much attention to guides either. Find what works better for you and for your own playstyle with each champion. Now, stomping the lane is fun and all, but in gold people start roaming to the bot lane a lot more often than in silver. You get ganked over and over and over again, and there's not a lot you can do about it. Sure, you can ward, but if 4 people are always bottom, it's not like you're not getting dove eventually, or losing farm for that matter, right? So in this league, you'll have to focus a lot more on learning how to communicate with your teammates. Don't spam too many pings, but if you do, tell your teammates that you're sorry about it in chat and you're only doing it so they don't die. If people don't stop ganking your lane, respectfully ask your teammates to either push their lane or to counter gank. Try to be as nice as you possibly can. Type in chat as often as you can so your teammates don't die. Do not trash talk so mates don't lose focus on the game either. And the last tip for communicating purposes is a shielding tip, if you will. If anyone starts trash talking or flaming, mute them instantly. Doesn't matter if you want to talk them down the road or just mute them. That way you'll stay focused on your game, they won't bother you, and you'll still do your absolute best. Even if you end up losing the game, you'll still have done your best, and that's what is really important. If you get a team that's keen on ganking your lane, awesome stuff. Take the opportunity and take as many advantages from it as possible. Let's say your mid lane wants to gank your lane. Most of the time you want to wait for him to be really close, you want to have pink wards in your lane so he's not spotted. Yes, you're in charge of buying pinks for your lane, apply your CC first and get the kill or kills. Got a kill? Got the number advantage? Time for Drake. Go back, buy some more stuff with the gold, go back into the lane and continue playing. Are you stomping your lane? Awesome. Keep the turret alive so you snowball further. Are you losing your lane? Probably better to destroy the turret if you have the chance to then. Are you stomping your lane but your teammates aren't doing so well? Destroy the turret, roam with your AD carry, and push other lanes with them. Even if they don't get kills, they'll get objective gold and they'll be back in the game in no time. Remember when I told you guys that roaming was more important in silver? It's even more so in gold and still not as important as in platinum, which is giving me a few headaches, I might add. So always try to keep an eye on the other lanes, even on your jungler. If you see your jungler thinking about invading the bottom side of the enemy jungle for instance, time to push your lane so the enemy bot doesn't collapse on the guy. And these are the tips that I have for you this time around. Something tells me that the video of how to go from platinum to diamond is going to be a lot longer though. Seriously, that league is giving me headaches. Again. I'm Plat 2 right now, gonna get to diamond as soon as possible, and if you want to watch that happen once again, make sure you tune into my stream at twitch.tv/impaKt. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below if you enjoyed this video, it truly does help me out. Subscribe to the channel if you still haven't, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. See you guys next time with a guide on how to configure your stream. Peace out.